for coming out. This is wonderful. This is, it's a lot of people in a place, and I usually work smaller places, so this is all new for me. You guys are so low. I'm too up high. That's the main issue. It's going to be weird when I'm back there, and you're like, he's not that tall. I'll tell you right now, 5'9", and maybe less, but that's what it says on my driver's license, but they didn't measure, all right? And they're like, how tall? I'm like, 5'9"? They're like, sure. And we went with that. But this is wonderful. I love it. This is my first time here at the Oriental Theater. They recently remodeled, obviously. The owner mentioned that to me. He's like, we just remodeled. It's like, oh, all right. Well, wow. I'm into it. All right. It's my first time, so I don't have what to compare it to. You know? But I love it. I like it. I like this old feel. I like those windows, like those old boots. Like I wish I had more of a production, you know? Like I wish I had a punchline, and I had like a punchline about like an eagle, and then like a Muppet eagle would come out. And you're like, oh, the show is so interactive. That's the weird thing about like I think my comedy belongs in a small venue because like hey, small, you're and I'm like, and then but this is too big. I feel like there needs to be more. It's just me, you know. I need fireworks or like dancers in the back, just kind of dancing to no music, just my comedy. But I like it. We're gonna figure it out. Next year, I'm bringing puppets, and it's gonna be a whole ensemble. Thank you guys for coming out. I know a lot of people couldn't make it because of the snow, and they were like, "Is the show canceled? Is it? Are we doing it?" And I'm like, "I'm here." You know, that's the other weird part of doing this. Like, I have to realize that I'm in charge. I don't know that, you know? Like, last night, I've posted all day. I'm like, oh, I'm going to Denver tomorrow. Shows are sold out, super pumped. And then people are like, there's a huge snowstorm. I was just reading the comments. People were showing me. Some guy put, like, screenshots of just every major road headed to Denver, and it was all red and closed, and I'm like, that's not good. I don't live in Denver. I'm assuming one of those is from the airport. None of that's good. And Google doesn't help. You Google, can I fly into Denver tomorrow? And they're like, your flight's still going. And I'm like, but that doesn't mean it's good. You know, like I got to the airport this morning, and my wife Emma's like, is it happening? And I'm like, yeah, I guess we're getting on. We'll see if we land, you know? We'll see when we get to that last part, and they're like, we're going to Salt Lake now. That's where we're going. And then I was supposed to rent a car, and then I looked out the window of the plane, and I'm like, I'm not driving in that. Because I grew up in San Diego, I don't drive in snow. If this was San Diego, we would cancel it for the rain. Like, that's where I grew up. That's that's why people were like, is the show happening? And I'm like, am I in charge? And they're like, you're in charge. And I'm like, I shouldn't be in charge. That's how I do it. Like, if there's bad weather, I'll just keep going until transportation says I can't go anymore. That's my mentality. I'm like, well, I'll go to the airport. We'll see what happens. Oh my God, we landed. All right. Well, guess I'll get an Uber. Whoa. I guess this is happening. All right. Like, there's not some magical team, you know? There's like weather metadata people going, oh yeah, there's frost coming in. No, there's none of that. I'm surprised I'm alive. Just to be honest with you. Because I remember one time I did a show in Oregon, in Florence, Oregon, which is on the coast, and it was just regular weather. It was like raining a little. And then my next show was in Bend, Oregon, which is up in the mountain. It's a mountain. You have to go up a mountain. I didn't know that. And I just get in a rented Nissan Versa. Not a good car, by the way. That's a car for good weather. That's not for anything. That's not even if it was just good weather but uphill, still not a good car. But it was a rented Nissan Versa, and I had a 4-hour drive up to Bend, Oregon. I think it was 4 hours. And it slowly started to snow. And then there were signs that says, make sure you have chains if you're headed that way. And I'm like, I'm certain I don't have that. But I treated it like I treated this. I'm like, well, let's just see how far we can get. And then I just kept going. And then more snow and more signs like, we're serious. Like, you should have chains. And I'm like, still don't have chains. And then there was less and less cars on the road. And I'm like, oh, we're really getting in there now. And then I looked and I lost cell service. I'm like, oh, we can't even call anybody. And I looked down, I'm wearing board shorts. I'm wearing board shorts because I'm a loser from San Diego. That's just like, it's probably fine. And this was around the time, this is how long ago that story was. Remember that Malaysian airline that just disappeared? This was like a month after that. And I'm like, I'm gonna be that airline. I'm gonna like hit some ice and then off and do it. They're not gonna find me till the spring. You know, it's gonna thaw out. They're like, oh, there he is right there. I remember I rented that car on my mom's credit card too. I'm really glad I made it for her sake. I don't know if her Visa would have swung a Nissan Versa. But that's how much planning goes into all of this. It's not that much. I just keep going until they're like, hey, I guess we're doing the show. That happened over 10 years ago, but I'm still that same mentality. I'm like, oh, we'll see when we get there. You know? Like, I had a rental car set up for me when I landed in Denver, and then we landed, I looked out the window of the plane, I'm like, I'm not driving in any of that. I'm not ready to learn. That's not how I'm ready to learn. So I got an Uber, and I thought about getting an Uber XXL Black. Like, I wanted the biggest, safest. I was like, I'll get the Escalade with like the tank wheels in the back or something. That's what I was hoping for. I want the safest thing. And then in my head, I'm like, I don't care what it costs. It's about my safety. I don't want to die out here. And then I looked it up, and it was $180. And I'm like, all right, well, what else is there? That's how I ranked I thought my life had value to me until I was like, well, 108, come on now. What have I really done with my life? Let's calm down. And I scrolled to just a regular Uber XL, and I was like, that'll be good. And I got a Toyota Highlander, which is a good car. And I was hoping the driver would just be a mountain man, you know, just coming out, just covered in big birds coming out of his beard, just like, I was born in the snow. I was raised by wolves, dude. I'm only good at driving in the snow. It's when it's dry that I get bad. And that is not the driver I got. I got a driver who's like, I just moved to Denver. And I'm like, oh God. And then he pulls away, he's like, snow. Ooh. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I should have just taken a shot at it. Yeah, that's how I treat everything, you know. I should be more adult and be like, oh, is this planned? Is that ready? And I'm, not at all. Not at all. Even on a week like this was a crazy, crazy week. Like, it was a wild week. I went to the dentist, you know? And I wore shorts to the dentist again. It's a mistake I've made in the past, and I've done it. You ever do that? You ever like, oh, because it's hot in New York this week. It was like 75, and I'm like, oh, I'll wear shorts. And then I've done it so many times where I end up at the dentist, and then you're in that weird seat, and you're just facing your bare knees and thighs, and you're like, you look around, and you're like, I think this is disrespectful to the dentist. That guy comes in fully clothed, he's got a lab jacket on, his assistant's all dressed up in a smock, and they got all this equipment. They put a vest on me so they can x-ray, and then just like my little leg hairs are just in the breeze of the air conditioning, just kind of dancing around. And I'm like, why'd you wear shorts? But I want to be a tougher guy. I was watching a Liam Neeson movie, and I haven't watched all of them, but I watched the one on the plane. It's called Nonstop. Have you watched that? By the way, I'm bringing up a movie that is not new. believe this movie came out in 2014, but we watched it on Wednesday. But he's an air marshal on a plane, and then there's like a terrorist on the plane. And the movie should be called Liam Neeson Won't Take His Seat, because he will not. Everyone's begging him, please sit down, Liam Neeson. And he's like, I must protect this plane. And I don't know if they intended to make the movie this way, but he made the situation worse. Like, the first guy died, and he's like, I'm gonna protect everyone on this plane. And they're like, will you please sit down? And then another guy died. And then there was a mutiny against him, and he was like, I promise everyone will have free international flights. And I'm like, that's a lie. But I want to be a Liam Neeson, just kind of, you make the situation. I want to be like an 80s action movie cop where, like, you saved the girl, but the town is burned to the ground. And you're like, I got the cat out of the tree. Yeah, but Nana's dead. And you're like, well, should have been holding on to the cat, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. I'm into those movies. Like, I recently got it. I don't know what this movie was. I've been watching I'm on my second John Wick movie because I fly a lot. Delta's like, you want to watch these. And so I watched the first one, and I'm like, yeah. And the second one. And now it's the second one. And I'm like, eventually you got to go to therapy. Like, the first one made sense. His wife passed away, he's a widow, they stole his dog, they killed his dog, stole his car. Yeah, you're gonna kill some people, I get that. I don't think there's a court that would prosecute that. That's perfectly fine. But the second, and then they made 4? Come on, buddy. That's my favorite move, is this one. I like, and then this guy goes flying. Because I was on a flight and I had to grab my luggage off this way because these people wouldn't let me in. And I pulled it off this way and my shoulder still hurts. And that was what, a 30-pound bag at the most? Old ass Keanu Reeves. I should stop doing the example. Even the example hurts. Yeah, we went to Amsterdam, is what we did. I had never been out there. Anyone been to Amsterdam? Clap it up, people. Denver feels like an Amsterdam-y type of trip. That's why I like Denver. Denver, like, all the people, like, my age and younger, everyone in this town feels like you always have something else going on. Like, even coming into this venue, everyone that worked here was like, hey, I do the sound, but, I got something else to get to. And they're all helpful. They're very good at their jobs, but even the lady that worked at my hotel, she's like, yeah, I'll get you checked in. And then she just looks like she's busy with a side project. Like, she's making cookies in the back that she's selling at the fair, Like, everyone looks like they got something else going on, which I like. Because I know Amsterdam, that's where people go after college. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to backpack through Europe. And I'm doing everything later, so I'm not as fun. People are like, oh, did you go do this and that? No, we didn't do any. We drank wine on a bench. We stared at a canal. That was my favorite part of the entire trip. I was drinking wine out of a bottle with my wife while we stared at a canal. My joy is pretty much what's portrayed in a painting. Like, you go to a museum and you just see some guy looking at a pond, and I'm like, that looks like a hell of an afternoon. That's where my level of not fun is. But yeah, we had a great time in Amsterdam. Everyone's tall and beautiful. Good Lord, it makes no sense. Everyone's 6'5", gorgeous, on bikes. Everyone's on a bike, just no helmets. Everyone's got all their teeth. It just looks like it should be a disaster. And there's never just bring, just zipping by, so many bikes. Everyone's tall, but all the ceilings are low and staircases are narrow. And the shoes are made of wood. Like, it doesn't look like these tall people were from there. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it was a town built by gnomes, and then giants came by and went, get out of here, you damn gnomes. This is our house now. But the stairs are too small. It's weird. Amsterdam's a weird place because it's a lot of, like, prostitution's legal there. They have, drugs and all that sort of stuff. But then the Anne Frank Museum is there, so it's like a weird, juxtaposition. So we went to the Anne Frank house, and honestly, not a good museum. Not her story. Her story is amazing. The museum, I'm a museum fan, and her museum sucks. All right, it's a disgrace to Anne Frank and what her and her family went through. That should be a better, and it's not. It's her house, and they let too many people in, and so now you're just with all these people, and you're trying to. It just feels like you're at a crowded open house. That's what it feels like. Everyone's just walking around like, oh, that's where it happened right there. And I'm like, this should be a better museum. I'm a museum fan. I love going to museums. I like to look, I stare, and then I'm like, yeah, I want to be in that pond, that I see. Like we went to the Van Gogh Museum. It was beautiful. A lot of room. They didn't let too many people in. You could enjoy the art, and then someone would come in, take a photo of the art, which I never understood. Like someone took a selfie with the art, and I'm like, Get your greasy face out of that masterpiece. Isn't that like the next level of like being so into yourself? You just see a Van Gogh painting or anyone else, Rembrandt, whoever, and then you're like, man, that's beautiful. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get your greasy face out of that photo. It's disrespectful. It's like me wearing shorts to the dentist. That's not okay. We all need to be better. Yeah, enjoyed. Had a good time in Amsterdam. We're moving back to San Diego. That's what we're doing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. 3 people that were like, I don't care where you live, but that's fine. Thank you for telling us. I appreciate you clapping. Did you feel peer pressured into that? You're like, no, I'm part of his life. Oh, thank you for being happy for me. What a sweet man you are. I appreciate that. We're moving back. My wife hates New York, and I like it, and we're moving back because that's how that works. She's like, you hate New York too, and I'm like, no, I don't. I like it a lot. And she goes, well. Like she feels so guilty that we're moving back to San Diego because she doesn't like New York, but I'm like, I'm on the road all the time anyway. So I'm like, I'm keeping you prisoner in a city you hate while I'm going off to see if the show in Denver's gonna happen or not. And then you're still there, so I'm like, no, this is fair, we're gonna go back. But she wants to make herself feel better. So she's like, but you hate New York. And I'm like, I don't. And she's like, but you do. So she tries to point out times that I'm unhappy, which everyone's unhappy in whatever city you live at any moment, anytime, anyway. Like that's just how it works. Like we were walking down the street and there was like a guy in front of us, and everyone in New York walks quickly because everyone's miserable. The town is, misery keeps things moving. Like angry people are like, oh, let's get the hell out of here. You keep a steady pace. But have you ever been stuck behind someone in bliss? That's where we were at. We were stuck behind a guy, I guess he talked to his crush that day or something, and he was just floating, and he was taking up the sidewalk, and I'm behind him like, dude, get sad or move over, And my wife was like, see, you hate it. And I'm like, no, that's not enough reason. So, we're moving back. We're going to get a car again. I haven't owned a car in the short time we've lived in New York, which is nice. So now we're trying to share a car. Have you ever tried to buy a car with your spouse that it's for both of you? It's like, I've never realized it, but that's like going to the mall and trying to share a pair of jeans. It's like, well, we got to get a pair where both of our butts look good in them, otherwise it's not gonna happen. We just want different things. I want like a Toyota 4Runner, and she wants like an Audi something, Q something. But we're going to compromise, which means we're just going to be sad in a Mazda. That's what a compromise. That should be a Mazda car commercial. It's just a couple sitting there like. I wanted a 4Runner, she wanted an Audi. Zoom, zoom. I guess. Here we are in this thing. I like it, man. This is good Bakersfield energy. Got some people here look like they just got out of work. Like, hey, you guys are doing shit. Yeah, right? Is that your energy? You're like, yeah, I did just get out of work. I'm sorry, it's Friday, I would have came here on Saturday, but it didn't work out that way. And this feels like you guys had a long 40 hours. Work, I feel that energy right now. I get it. I understand. What do you do for work? You look like you do something serious.
I'm still in high school.
You're in high school. All right. Well, it looks like it's rough out there. I'll say that. High school's tough. I get it. Man, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. It's because of the, you know? I thought you were already on your second divorce. I thought you had kids going on at home. I didn't know. I apologize. It's a good thing. It's good to look more mature. You look more mature. I would like give you the keys to my car. Be like, can you park? Like that's a responsible person right there. He has a mortgage. He's trying to make sure to pay. It's been a long 18 years. I like. What's your name, man? Tyler. Make it loud for Tyler. He's in high school. So good to be here. Wow, that's a hot start to the show. Just came out, first person I talked to, completely insulted. I apologize so much. That is not my style of comedy. That's not what I do. I don't come out and go, did you ever notice this about yourself? You know? And I know that's hot right now. That's really hot right now in comedy. It's not really what I do. I try to just give compliments. Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be all right? I just saw you holding your temples. I'm like, wow. This, I like it. It's a lot of speakers for comedy, isn't it? So, you know, after this, we got a Motley Crue cover band coming up here, and don't be more excited for that than me. I made that up. That's not gonna happen. You're getting me. Hot start, man. We just drove in today. Me and Rui, who you just saw, we came in with last night. We had a show in San Francisco. And then we made that drive here. I don't know if you've ever made that drive, but good Lord. Yeah, that's the closest I've ever been to suicide. That is a long drive. Oh my God. And nothing in between. Nothing. You're like, as soon as you leave, you're like, get ready for this. It's straight and sad. Are you ready for no turns and sadness? Are you ready for that? Just 4.5 hours. Just, yep, there it is. And people trying to pass you? For what? Oh, is your exit next? Are you? Is that what it is? You live in this field of nothing? Is that? What are you passing me for? We should all be pegged at 80, and that should be it. What are you late for work? Calm down. It's us and a bunch of truckers. That's all it is. You're late on the laugh. I like it. I like it. Everyone's a little off in this room. Everyone, it's a lot of people. I feel it. Some of you get a check in the mail. I like it. Some people get a check in the mail to hang out. It's good. I'm looking at your faces. There's still some I got to win over. I can tell. We're doing our best out there. It's hard. We got 2 cats out there in New York. We got a couple cats. Yeah, Jessica lives with my ex-wife. I'm sorry to say. Sorry, I just made everybody sad. All right. And by everybody, I mean these 4 people and those people just staring at me going, we don't care about your cats. And I like that mixture. I love Jessica too. She's doing wonderful. She's still chubby and unhealthy, and she still eats whatever she wants. She lives at my ex-wife's house. You want me to say Jessica? Is that what you want? There it is. All right. I like that. Thank you. Okay. That was the most uncomfortable thing I think I've ever had happen. I don't know if you ever had someone down there. I want you to say Jessica. Jessica. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm not a part of this. I apologize. You're a good dude. What grade are you in high school? You're a junior in high school. You got one more, and then hell yeah. All right. Do you already know what you're doing after high school? What's your plan?
Game warden.
Game warden?
Fishing game.
Fishing game? I know what that is. Whoa, dude. I'm telling you, I wasn't wrong. You got the heart and soul of a 45-year-old man. I like it, though. Thank you. Thank you for being out there and gaming and warding. Yeah? We need that. We need more young people involved in fish and game. I'm sure that was a program they had in middle school where they're like, who's interested in fish and game? And everyone's like, no. He's like, actually, I want that hat.
I have no idea how serious you are about that.
I felt like everything I've said, he's like, yeah, absolutely. I can feel it.
45 at 17.
I love it. That's good. It's good to be an old soul. I was like that too. Now it's kind of leveled out, where I'm still an old soul, but I still don't own a house, so it's weird. It's weird to be an old soul and a renter, where you're like, the landlord should fix that. Should get in here. That faucet's a little loose. That's good. I'm happy for you. Do some fishing and gaming and warding.
He's an 18-year-old snitch.
He's an 18-year-old snitch?
Yeah.
That's a weird. All right, I don't know why. Listen, we're all on your side. Everything's fine. We clearly get what happened. You grew up a wild child at 18, and you ended up with the kid that's like, I'm following all the rules. Because every kid rebels against their parents. That's normal. So if you got a parent that was like, woo, where's the party at? You're like, I'm studying. I gotta wake up tomorrow. You were partying. You had young Sheldon at home, is what you had. Fish and game version. Hell yeah.